Ahoy! We finally have an update for New World. Something actually like substantial is happening, and we actually get a significant portion of new content in the game. Will it bring the game back? I don't know. Probably. Not fully at least, but this is something to look forward to, especially if you're among the people that are still playing, like me. And let's begin with the nice little art here. What you will recognize here as this is basically the area above Myrkguard, and this is, if you know where it is, if you've been there, Tempest Heart, the next expedition, which is in Myrkguard, which is, I think, usually referred to as Isabella's lair, and I'm pretty sure it's the same place, because it says in this update post here, this update will conclude the story of Isabella. The main story quest line picks up as you pursue Isabella down to Shattered Mountain, leading into an epic final showdown. Into the Tempest's heart, as you venture into a corrupted dimension of reality through the twisted capital of Myrkguard. Discover the secrets of her past while you dive deeper into her corrupted mind. The Tempest Heart is an endgame expedition for 5 players, recommended for level 60 with 550 gear score above. So this is a little bit different. I think the other ones are just recommended 500 gear score as far as I'm aware. So this should be a little bit more difficult on the base difficulty. I'm assuming it'll be released with mutator versions right away. What that means for those, who knows? We will find out. As far as I'm aware, on previous versions of the game, like there was a key for this expedition already, which was locked behind. Like you go through the cathedral where Thorpe is, which is also locked off, and I think you have to kill Thorpe to get this key to get access to the expedition. Expedition gate was behind that. You can still get there. You can actually just climb up in Myrkguard if you want to see it. And yeah, I'm assuming that's where the dungeon will be. There is, weirdly enough, some arena key or something there as well. We actually went up very, very high with the tents where it was still possible to try and see if you could find the arena and the platform for it. We couldn't find anything. So yeah, I don't know if the arena actually exists, but either way, it's not going to be in this patch. What's also not in this patch, what you can see, because the next thing is Blunderbuss and not another area, is any larger scale new territory. I know a lot of people have been speculating that Brimstone Sands might be in this update. I don't think so. And I think, to be honest, it's probably going to be a while still till we see it still. Like, the timeline that I was expecting is still one that's like my expectation was we probably see Blunder and Isabella around February, and it's going to be in March now. Like, originally, like way back in the day. And yeah, I even then I didn't expect Brimstone before that or with that, so I'm thinking it's going to be a fair bit later. But we're getting another new weapon, which is the Blunderbuss, and that has been known for a while, but there's some really interesting stuff about it that was not known. So, the Blunderbuss is a ranged weapon that offers high mobility coupled with potent close to mid-range combat. So that was pretty much known, even though it's not quite like, it wasn't quite obvious it's going to be high mobility. Data mining was a bit more about like CCing primarily. It's the first weapon to scale of strength and intelligence, making it a good companion for bruiser or mage builds. Now this is interesting because this was actually announced during one of the early, dev talks, but I thought it was maybe just more of a joke. Basically, someone was saying, yeah, you can compare it, like you can combine it with mage weapons somehow. So I guess it's like a secondary scaling on int. I'm not sure. Maybe like musket essentially, but not dex and strength instead. Very, very interesting. Means that we will probably see a lot of Blunderbuss, especially in wars, because I'm assuming like pretty much everyone wants to try the new weapon. All the strength users will probably be running it, and a lot of the mages will probably be running it too, so that should make for a very interesting combination. Adventurers will be able to progress through 2 weapon mastery trees, allowing the player to choose between 2 distinct playstyles. As usual, in this case, there's the containment tree, which is all about closing the gap and unloading hot lead into your enemy's face. So data mining that stuff like net shot and stuff. I don't want to go too far into the data mining because I really don't know how much may have changed since that was found, or how much was just testing stuff. So I don't know if we have like a graph well type ability still, which was originally found. I would be surprised if we did, to be honest. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And then conversely, the Chaos Tree focuses on keeping your distance and bombarding areas with explosive AoE damage. Really, really, really interesting. Especially how this will pair with other weapons. like, how does this pair with something like a Great Axe or a Void Gauntlet or just, yeah, a hammer? I don't know. There's a lot of flexibility here. And yeah, I'm very excited for this one. This is something that I think will be really refreshing for the game. Alongside the release of the Blunderbuss weapon itself, we're also releasing a new Legendary Weapon Quest series. Upon reaching level 60 and the maximum skill level with the new firearm, players should seek out Wang Tang Xi in Evanscale Reach Settlement to start this epic endeavor. I'm assuming this is going to be a 570 weapon again, so it's probably not going to be particularly exciting if that's the case, unless they're changing this specifically for the Blunder and it's like a 600 gear score weapon or something. Then that would be different. I hope it's at least a 590 so it can be upgraded. And then on top of that, new experiences, balance updates, and bug fixes. So these are like the major parts of the patch, but then there's going to be a bunch of fixes as well. Impactful balance changes across a variety of weapons and all that stuff. So really interesting. I'm hoping that this will also mean like further fixes to stability. There's still a lot of issues surrounding war, etc. That need to be targeted. And obviously, I'm always preaching that we need significantly more weapon balance. So this is something that I'm looking forward to, and I'm hoping that it will have a pretty significant impact. Again, I don't think it's going to massively revive the game on its own. I think some people are going to come back for the Expedition, but well, they play the Expedition and then they're basically going to run out of content again. But it's going to keep people afloat for a bit, and maybe if the next patch after that also comes with significant content, then maybe looking a fair bit better than it is at the moment, because right now the numbers are just slowly dwindling. And then we also have these spoilers. Now, 2 of these spoilers are already explained by what we've seen. This is obviously Isabella, this is the Blunderbuss, but this first spoiler here is still not explained. So this is the Spider-Man meme of the 3 Spider-Mans pointing at each other, basically like, you're me, like you're all the same. We don't know what this one stands for. So something about all factions being the same. Baggins TV had the speculation that this may mean that factions are no longer a thing. I feel like factions are still going to be a thing, at least for a while. I'm thinking this might have something to do with war declarations. So maybe you can like fight against another company of your own faction for territory or something, because that's an issue on some servers, that people are just, claiming all territories and then can't be contested by people of their own faction. So maybe it's something related to that, or maybe it's something entirely different, and I'm just, like completely blind guessing here. So this one, we'll have to see what it is. Also something about the March patch for sure, but the bigger parts here, most certainly the Blunderbuss and Isabella Slayer as expected. And hopefully it goes on from there, and we'll see similar content updates in the next month. That would be something that would greatly help the game. For me, I'm going to make a lot of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands content in the near future, but once this patch lands or once there's more to try out, I will most certainly dip my toes into that as well and see how it goes with New World. With that, thank you guys very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and maybe clicking the bell, and I hope to see you for the next one soon. SLOTH out.